Hello everybody, I am back with the next episode of X-Men Origins Wolverine. As you can see, we are wearing one of Logan's costumes from Deadpool and Wolverine. This is the starting costume that, this is the first variation, the classic yellow costume you see Logan wearing in the movie. You know, the one without the mask and the ripped up sleeves. So this was one of the 3 mods that I installed for this game. Oh great, another one of these guys. Come on, I've already fought one of you. You couldn't come up with something better than this? I mean, I'm partially kidding. One of the few things about this game is that there are some cool boss fights, but a lot of them do end up being just repeats of other fights that we previously had, which is not even just repeats, just reskins, I should say. Alright. See, now I have to go for the weak spot. Thankfully, he's smart enough to give himself armor, but not smart enough to cover his entire body. And thankfully, Wolverine learns some Kitty Pryde tactics because he's able to freaking phase through this guy just to get to the target. Ow. And imagine, this would be way longer if I wasn't, like, jumping every time he swung his arms. This should be enough. But yeah, one of the 3 mods I installed was this particular one, where it changes some of the models in the game to reflect the character's more comic accurate appearances. So in the original version of the game, there are 4 different costumes available for Logan to choose. One of them being the classic tank top and jeans. One of them being the classic yellow and blue from the comics. The other one being, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be his black and gray X-Force outfit. And if I remember right, the final one is his orange and brown outfit you see him wear in X-Men Evolution. So for this particular mod, it changes the 3 extra costumes you can get for Logan in this game. Remember I told you that there are talismans around that you have to find and grab in order to unlock new Wolverine costumes? Well, apparently, even though this is supposed to be a brand new game, the game already gave me access to the first one, but not the later 2. Probably because of the mod. Alright, reduces all damage taken. Cool. I don't really need that, so we're just gonna keep on moving. You can notice these traps without feral senses on, but just keep on feral senses. It's much more safer. Especially since we're gonna be coming up. Look at that. There are gonna be a lot more traps coming up soon, so. I could have probably grabbed that medallion. I mean, not medallion, that dog tag, but I didn't want to risk it.
Great, this is Logan. You copy?
Loud and clear. What's up?
I need a position update on that ion emitter.
Roger that. Hold on one second. Let's see here. You need to proceed west, then north. It's located on some kind of tower.
Thanks.
You better step it up, buddy, because Kree's on his way to Tower 2, and no one's headed to Tower 3.
Got it. I'd hate to be the last one to the party. Logan out.
I was gonna say, so what, we're all racing over there? Oh, we got a machete master now. Yeah, look at that. The special enemies are shaded a different color. I never get tired of that. Just like I don't get tired of this.
You the best they got?
Alright, let me check out that blaster. Oh, I forgot to show you. I upgraded this, so now look at how much longer it goes on for. You know, all you have to do is keep mashing the X button. Now imagine how much more devastating that move will be once I upgrade the damage of it as well. Okay, this is not going to stay down long, right? Okay, it doesn't. So I need something that can withstand weight. Okay, there we go. So we get 2 new enemy types in one sequence. Okay, I'm pretty sure I bought this up, but this is one of those 2 enemies who can actually counter your counters. So you gotta be... No, he can actually counter your attacks is what I'm trying to say. I keep thinking that jump attack is something I can parry, but it's not. I have to just dodge. Come here! Shouldn't have been standing there. The minute I saw that dude flashing red, I was like, oh, you forfeited your life. Thank you. I wish they would do something to the health bar whenever you pick up one of these things to make it more noticeable that I picked that up. Oh, I should have said this earlier, but I'm very happy to see that you guys are responding well to this series.
Hey, Wraith, this is Creed. I'm about 1 click away from Tower 2. Any surprises up ahead? Nothing I can see. Nothing I can see. You're not inspiring my confidence. Somehow I think you'd be a little more thorough if it was your ass out here. You got a problem with how I do my job, Creed? Yeah, I do. All right, can the chatter, you two. We've got a mission to complete. You read me? Yes, sir. Wraith out. Creed out.
Alright. Now their conversation is over. If you're going to solve this puzzle, one of the first things you need to do is remove all the wooden boards covering up these statues. Because these boards will prevent the statues from being moved. So, alright, now we got rid of both of those. I don't think I need this anymore. It was just that I can reach up and slash those last 2 things. Wait, can I climb up here? Oh, I can't. Ah, okay. I completely forgot about this. Alright, let's go back. I know you have been afraid before, but you don't have to be anymore. No more emptiness of fear inside. When we were together, no one can break up our stride. Come on, Logan. I'm gonna have to turn that wheel again. Just because I took my sweet time. Thankfully, this is not a hard thing. I probably would have made it if he didn't accidentally ledge grab instead of me trying to jump. The double jump isn't too bad in this game. It just feels like you lose all momentum once you try to go for that second jump. Like your momentum kind of slows down. There we go. Yeah, whenever I'm entering one of these temples, I always immediately turn on my senses. Yup, I remember that. That's a dirty trick right there, I have to say. You know, well, as a kid, I thought this was going to be another one of those wall traps, but apparently it's not. It's just a weird looking piece of wall art that miraculously also looks like a door. Oh, you know what? This is where one of the medallions for extra costumes would have been. Jesus. Excellent finish. Wait a minute. Okay, I think the game just glitched there because he was just standing there. For a minute, I thought he was gonna. I was gonna fight him alongside the goons. But I guess the game just spawned him in too early. Earlier than they intended to. Because he was surely supposed to rise out of the ground. And it was supposed to be a surprise he was there. Okay, I want to say I brought this up earlier in the Let's Play, but I can't remember if I did. But from the little research I did about this game in the movie, I think they originally intended this location to actually be the Savage Land. For those of you who are not in the know, in the Marvel Comics, there's this land in like a off part of Antarctica, referred to as the Savage Land. And apparently it's like this one section of Antarctica where the meteor that killed the dinosaurs didn't reach them. So like tons of prehistoric creatures and animals all exist in the Savage Land. And this is a common thing. More often than not, it's the X-Men that tend to go here. But I bring up the Savage Land because in the movie, the place where Logan and Team X are supposed to be going to look for adamantium, it was going to be Antarctica. It was going to be the Savage Land. Which kind of makes sense, because we all know regular vibranium comes from Wakanda. But funny enough, Antarctic vibranium, as the name would imply, comes from Antarctica, specifically the Savage Land. So the idea of finding a rare metal in the Savage Land, there's actually a precedence to it. But yeah, they intended to use the Savage Land as the place that they go to find the adamantium. So you probably would have had Logan and the others fighting dinosaurs and stuff. Sorry, buddy. My lunge was faster. But I think the only reason why they didn't go through with the Savage Land is because I don't think Fox had the rights to the Savage Land. Nice try.
I win. You lose.
Enough of this. Slice and dice. Stay there. I can't get enough of doing this.
Wraith, this is Logan. I'm at the base of Tower 1. The ion emitter at the top of this?
Yeah, tall, isn't it?
Well, you might have mentioned that before.
I didn't want to ruin the surprise. What?
What an asshole.
Climb, Logan.
It's not the climb, it's the drop. Thanks for your help. Logan out.
Bruh. Alright, let me check the timer, folks. I'll be right back. Alright. We're all good. Let's get to the top of this tower. And then I'll end the video there. Because right now we gotta... I almost forgot we're looking for these signal jammers. So we can get a lock on the village. Because apparently the game is giving me all this context for just how much drama the gang had to go through just to find that little village in the movie. The movie made me think it was like an easy trek, but apparently no, they had to go through all this. You know, I rewatched Deadpool and Wolverine the other day. I still think it's a good movie, but I found some people who didn't like the fact that they put Logan's yellow and blue costume into the movies. And I'm like, that's okay. I mean, you have your own opinion, but I'm very much happy with the fact that they made it in. This was something I was waiting to see on screen for like, what, 25 years by this point? And remember, the initial reason why the Fox X-Men team didn't want to do the classic costume was because they thought they looked too silly. And yet, you can make Captain America's costume look perfectly fine. And don't get me wrong, folks, I love Cap's costume, especially the classic one from the comics. But you have to admit, out of all superhero costumes, you would think would be difficult to would possibly look ridiculous in live action, and would be hardest to translate into live action would probably be Cap's outfit. But it's not. And remember, in every Captain America movie and every Avengers movie, they seemingly give him a new variation of his costume, and nearly all of them have been very good. So yeah, the excuse of, oh, it wouldn't look good in live action is not good enough to me. You put enough time and effort and craftsmanship into something, you can make it look good in live action. There are so many different superhero outfits, I'm sure people thought, no, that couldn't work. Not in live action. And oh look, we made it work. Every time I'm going to counterattack, and I'm going to make sure it's devastating. Oh wow, you can go from a counter right into a grab? I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know there were cancels in this game. Man. I've been playing this game since it came out. I'm still discovering new stuff. I really did wish we would have gotten the sequel that this game was intended to have. Who knows how many more mechanics we could have gotten. Okay, here we go. Alright, we're finally at the top of this place. You know, where did all these... I don't think we get any explanation as to where all of these forces are coming from. Like, who's supplying them all of this military gear? Because clearly, where did this military jammer come from? Other than, like, maybe the boats we ran across, nothing around here screams that these guys were technologically savvy, right? Alright, so these guys are going to keep climbing up the tower to try to stop me. You have to take breaks in between the carnage to tear off one of these panels. Thankfully, I have this. Damn it. I was trying to be fast. And there's nothing really stopping me from just throwing each of them off. Man, I feel bad for Logan, because every time, think about it, every time he has to stab himself, no, every time he has to get through an electrical system, his thing is to rip off the panel and just stab his claws into it. You know, his metal claws. So he's constantly just sending massive joules of electricity into his body every single time he does that. Wow. It's crazy. I got knocked out when I escaped Alkali Lake, and then I flashed back to the jungle. Then I get knocked out in the jungle, and then I flash back to Alkali Lake. I'm in a flashback within a flashback within a goddamn flashback.
All squads, Tango has been spotted. Shift to Sector 8.
Alright. Ooh, increases the damage of Fury attack. Also, all of my special moves can now be extra powerful if I put that perk on. And I just unlocked another special move. Claw Drill. Okay, let me see how much time I have left, because this is the start of a whole new section, so let me check. All right, we have not quite hit the 20-minute mark. We're about to, so I'll give you a little tease of what to expect next. This is the drill claw, or the claw drill. Yes. Look at all those body parts, guys.
Hardly worth my time.
But now that we escaped Weapon X, we still... Escaping Weapon X was the first part. Because all the Logan stories involving his trek... all the Logan stories that detail his escape from Weapon X, escaping from the facility was literally step 1. I don't like the sound of that. Step 2 was literally getting out of the Canadian wilderness afterwards, which is what we're adapting now. Except in this interpretation, Logan is not savage like he normally is depicted in the comics by this point. He has enough sanity to like grab one of the radios and listen in on the communication. God, I love the distance. Bye-bye. You know, the claw drill will be very useful if there's like a hallway of enemies. It doesn't have like the area effect that the spin does, nor does it give me like a damage, like right here. If they were like in a straight line together, then the claw drill would definitely be more useful. Also, laser sights do extra damage, huh? Fascinating. Just in case any of them were still alive. By the way, there are a lot of branches and stuff you can use to stab them on. There it is. If you're looking for something that you want to throw enemies onto, just use your Pharaoh senses. Anything green and pointy means they can be impaled on it.
We're releasing a Wendigo prototype. He's being moved to your position right now.
Negative. I don't need him. I can do this on my own.
Your self-esteem is not a priority for me right now.
Alright, you guys heard. They're gonna send another Wendigo after me. As if I already haven't taken out, what, 1 or 2 in your facility already? But I think I'm going to cut it off here. This is a good amount of content for today. As always, I appreciate all love and support. Let me know how you're feeling about this game and your lives in general. And I will see you all next week for another episode of X-Men Origins Wolverine. Bye, everyone.